Hello everyone, welcome back to Vanya Between Pages. Grab a snack and let's get into today's video.
Wanna clear a bottle, a cabinet, wanna stay home now.
Today's video is my 10 before the end book list. This is a trend that is very popular on TikTok right now, and basically people just come up with a list of 10 books they want to read before the year is over. We're currently halfway through August, so we still have some time for the end of the year. So I'm pretty confident in myself. I think I can do this. As soon as I finish this brick old Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. I'm currently in page 394. I haven't read that many pages in the last couple of days because I've been very busy, but I'm actually really loving this book and it's so good. But going back to the theme of today's video, I came up with my list of 10 books I want to read, and I have them all written here in my social media notebook with every single idea I have for videos. And I also need to have it right next to me just so I don't forget about any of the books and I go in order. Another thing I'm gonna say is the number 1 spot is a book I do want to read the most, and number 10 is one of the ones I'm not prioritizing as much, but every book in this list is one that I do really want to read soon. This list is not that in order. Book number 6 could easily be number 4, but the 10 and first spots are really spot on, I would say. But without further ado, let's get into the books. Book number 10 I really want to read before the year is over is Misery by Stephen King. Stephen King is my dad's favorite author along with Edgar Allan Poe, and I love them both. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time. I've read The Outsider by Stephen King and I didn't really enjoy it. Like, the first half of the book was really good, but then the second half went everywhere. It kind of like lost the plot along the way and it was like so confusing. I didn't really like it, but I know and I'm confident in Stephen King. I know he can do way better, and Mystery is one book that really caught my attention from the first moment I heard about it. And other books by Stephen King I really want to read are probably Mr. Mercedes or Carrie or 2372. I actually never remember the name of that book, but I'll put a picture up here. Anyways, Mystery by Stephen King. This has been on my TBR for a long time. I know what it's about, but I don't know any spoilers or anything. I've been keeping myself at bay from hearing anyone's opinions about this book, so I'm really excited to read it, and hopefully I will be reading it soon because I want to get into Stephen King and I want to read most of the books he's published. My number 9 spot is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This book I know nothing about. I watched the movie when it came out, and that was many years ago, and I don't remember how it ends, or I don't remember anything about this movie. I just know that as soon as I finished it, I wanted to read the book, but I never got myself to buy it. So when I went to the secondhand bookstore a couple weeks ago and I saw this book, I was like, this is coming with me. And I got it. I'm pretty sure there's a second one, so this might be a series, and I don't want to get into more series. But this is one that I will be reading soon for sure before the year is over. But I'm so excited to read it. I love the cover. I love the title. I love the idea of video game. I'm pretty sure this is about a video game. And another book I read with the same vibes was Warcross by Mary Lou, and that was a 5-star read for me. My favorite read of that year. So I have high expectations for this one book. And I love the heading of the chapter, and the text is a normal size and it's like 374 pages, so this is something I can do in a week or two, and I'm so excited. I do think I'm gonna like it, and I do think it might be a 5-star read. Have you read this book? Let me know. My number 8 spot goes to A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I am very late to the party. I know everyone has read Sarah J. Maas, and I do want to read ACOTAR and I want to read Throne of Glass. The only thing that is keeping me away from reading this book is that book 6 and 7 is coming out very soon, and they're changing the covers again for the hardcovers. So I don't want to buy the books. I found this one on a little free library, so I got it and I have it and I could read it, but I want to buy the books in hardcover and I want to get the box set, but I fear they will change the covers again. So I'm not gonna buy them until the books are out and I find the cover that I actually like, because I really like the ones in gray, but now they're changing them again. So next books won't have the gray covers. And yeah, I don't like that. I like books to match. So that's the only reason I haven't read these books. But I really, really, really want to read them. I want to understand the hype. I want to know why everyone loves this. And from all the reading orders I've seen, I know I have to read A Court of Thorns and Roses before I read Throne of Glass. And then Throne of Glass is also very hard to decide the order to read, because people say read the Assassin's Blade first or third or fourth. I'm gonna keep it simple and I'm gonna read it third, I think. But I have to start with this book first and I don't know when to start. Book number 7. This, I don't think it's fair to say it's number 7. It's probably 4 or 5. But I'm talking about Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. And in this section, I include any classic. I love reading classics and I want to read more of them. I want to read a lot. I want to read most classics. I got this for my birthday. It's not my birthday yet, but I had a birthday celebration 2 days ago and I got this one and I'm so happy. I'm so thankful I got this. It's such a pretty edition of the book. So I'm gonna be reading this really soon. I haven't heard any spoilers. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know how it ends. I know the plot. I know the basic line the story follows. And I know I have to meet Mr. Darcy. So I'm so excited to read this book and just to read Jane Austen in general. I want to get all the books in the Penguin Classics editions. I'm so excited to read Pride and Prejudice. The text in this one book is very, very tiny, but we will do it. We will read it. And oh wait, this is a long book, chapter 52. I thought it was shorter. Anyways, I'm definitely gonna be reading this. The thing with Pride and Prejudice is that I got it from my library at school, and then I read like 10 pages and then I gave back, and then I got it for a second time in my AP Lit class, and again I read like 10 pages and I let it go. But it's not because I didn't like it. It was just because I didn't find myself in the mood to read the book, but I'm actually in the mood right now. So I do want to read this very, very soon. And I do think I'm missing out on this. I love classics and I do think Pride and Prejudice deserves the hype, or deserves to be as well known as it is. So I have a lot of respect for this book and I will read it, I promise, before the year's over. Number 6 spot, it goes to a book I don't have, and that is Ricochet by Becca and Richie. Sorry, I said their names wrong. By Krista and Becca Ricci. I read Addicted to You because of the hype it got on TikTok and also on BookTube. This is the Addicted / Galloway Sister series. And when I read the first book, I really enjoyed it. It was a really fun read. It also talked about a lot of things and I really loved the family dynamics. There's a lot of sisters and I love the idea of following their love interest in a long series, because there's like 10 books in this series. And I really, really enjoyed Addicted to You way more than what I was expecting. So I do want to read Ricochet. The only thing is that every single time I go to the bookstore, I promise myself I'm gonna buy it, but I end up finding more books I want to read, so I never get it. And that's the reason why I don't have this book with me, but I do want to read it. I just got Addicted to You out of my shelf to show you, but another thing I love about these books is how they all look together in the bookshelf. It's so pretty. But basically every single book has the white spine and the title is in different colors, so it looks so pretty and I can't wait to read it. I also need to read this very soon because I read this book, let me see. So I read this book in, oh my gosh. So I read this book the 3rd of March of 2025. So that was over a year ago and I still remember the plot and what happened at the end. So I need to read the second book before I totally forget. And if that happens, I fear I might have to reread this book. And if that happens, I fear these books will end in my 10 before the end of next year. I don't want that to happen. So I have to read this hopefully this or next month. Also for my birthday celebration, I got a gift card from Barnes & Noble. So I'm gonna do a book shopping vlog and I promise I will buy Ricochet, the second book. Anyways, my number 5 spot goes to Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. The main reason I want to read this book is because I love Jax, one of the main characters in this series, if I'm not wrong. And I also love her writing style, so I need to see why everyone loves this book even more than they love Caraval. I read Caraval and I loved the first book, and then the second was mid and the third one was mid again. And I don't really like the direction the series took. It was kind of weird and kind of random, but the first book was really worth it, and I do want to keep reading about this universe. And Once Upon a Broken Heart, I just love the covers. It's also whimsical, and I love reading fantasy. And this is one that it's been on my TBR for a long time, and every single opinion I've heard about these books, they are all giving them 5 or 6 stars, and I need to understand why I need to read this. I'm so excited. I love the plot, I love the premise of the book, and it looks like a very easy book to read. The text is really big, and it's around 300 pages. Oh, actually I'm wrong, like 400 pages. But I love reading long books, as you can tell, because I love Brandon Sanderson. But anyways, that is a book I will be reading very soon. And it's actually in my August TBR. The number 4 spot goes to the number 4 spot goes to the Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. I don't know if you can see right now, but this whole shelf is full of the Shadowhunter Chronicles books, and that is the next book I have to read following the order I'm reading them in. And I just love Magnus Bane. He's one of my favorite characters ever, and this is a bunch of short stories together, so I feel like with this book I can read like 1 or 2 stories in a sitting and read another book, so I can like kind of balance 2 books at the same time. I love reading short stories. I am a huge fan of Agatha Christie, and she writes a lot of short stories too. And also Brandon Sanderson, and I love the idea of just keep reading stories in the same universe in short story or novellas. It's so fun to me. And I love Magnus Bane. Everyone loves him. Everyone has read this book, and there's many stories that caught my attention when I heard of them, especially the one where Magnus Bane goes to Peru and he's banned from there. I need to read that just because I'm from Peru, and that is so exciting to me. So I need to read this book. I will order it soon. I want to get the box set that comes with Ghost of the Shadow Market. Those other 2 books, you know what I'm talking about probably. I'll put the picture up here. I love Cassandra Clare. I finished The Mortal Instruments and The Infernal Devices a couple months back, so I'm way more than ready to start reading more series in this universe and just read all of the books. And I'm just a sucker for fantasy books. I love them so much. Now we're on the final top 3. I would say this is pretty much in order. I would read these books today if I could, so I can't wait to read them. My number 3 spot goes to Legend by Mary Lou. I actually started reading this book. I read the first chapter and I didn't finish it because I had to return the book. It wasn't mine. I borrowed the copy from my teacher, but I had to give it back and I didn't finish it. But what I read was really good, and I just loved Mary Lou. I love these types of books, and I know I'm gonna love it. It looks really easy to read, and the fact that the text is in gold in some chapters, just oh my gosh, I need to understand why. And this is also a series everyone talks about. It's very early and OG book talk, and that makes me so excited. I love books with this type of vibes. Like, I've read a lot of them. I've read Divergent, The Hunger Games, The Fifth Wave, all of those books, The Darkest Minds, all of them. I just love it. I need people to keep writing books like this. They don't anymore, and I don't understand why. I love dystopian worlds. I love sci-fi. And this is one that I know I'm gonna love. I know it's gonna be 5-star read. I want to get the box set in hardcover, but I found this book in my secondhand bookstore that is very near me, and it was $1, so why not? I do want to read this very soon, and I know everyone talks about it. And I also love the covers. Legend, Prodigy, and Champion. The Champion cover is beautiful. I also have Skybreaker. I think that's the name of this, of the Sky Hunter, sorry. I think that is a prequel. I don't know, but that was written like many years after the trilogy was finished, and that book is waiting for me to read, so I have to read Legend first and the other 2 books. And I'm gonna be doing this hopefully in August, and if not, September. Number 2 spot goes to a book that I completely forgot about, but I saw it like 2 weeks ago when I was in the bookstore and I had to buy it. And I'm talking about The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. This is so weird because every time I say her name, I just instantly think of Onyx Storm and Fourth Wing. Those are pretty famous books. They're fantasy. I should want to read it, but I really don't, because many people that I trust in have said that the last 2 books are not it. So when I saw this book, my mind instantly went to all the TikToks I've seen of people crying their eyes out because this book is so sad, and I need to understand why. I don't really like reading sad books, but this one did catch my attention, and when I saw it, I just instantly knew I had to buy it, and now I can't wait to read it. It's kind of chunky, but the text is pretty big, and I don't really care again for long books. I love reading them. I think I like long books better than short books. So this one is on my TBR for sure. I put it on my August TBR, and I can't wait to read it. The cover is beautiful. I love the colors. It's all blue, and I just know it's gonna be really sad just because of what I see here, and I have an idea of what this is about, so I can't wait to read it. Have you read this also? Let me know. And then my one spot goes to one author and two books, but the one I have with me right now is The Martian by Andy Weir. I also want to read Project Hail Mary and watch the movie. Now the thing with these books, I watched the movie of The Martian, and 5 out of 5 star movie, so good. I highly recommend it, and since then I've been wanting to read his work. And I have The Martian again. I saw it on the secondhand bookstore, $1. I got it right away. I do want to buy it in hardcover, so I am gonna read this right after I finish Oathbringer. I know this is my next read for sure. I have no doubts about it. I love the cover. I love the idea. I love how funny this is gonna be because I saw it on the movie, and I've heard a lot of things about Andy Weir. So once I finish The Martian, I'm gonna read Project Hail Mary, and then I'm gonna watch the movie of Project Hail Mary that just came out. I love the universe. I love reading about planets. I love investigating about this theme. I took astronomy class, and this is something that really catches my attention, and I'm really intrigued and interested in reading this. I just know this is gonna be a 6-star read. I can't wait, and this will be on my wrap up of August, I promise. But yes, those are my 10 before the end books. There's many other books I want to read. If you want to see a part 2, let me know in the comments. I will also be talking about these books on my TikTok, so don't forget to follow me. You would be helping me a lot. Thank you guys for staying till the end. Please write down in the comments below what is your 10 before the end. I'm really looking for more recommendations. Again, thank you for staying till the end of today's video, and I will see you guys soon with more bookish content in my next video. Bye!